All right, guys, welcome to the AVNI Interviews. We're your hosts, Eric Bork and Mikey Taylor.
What up?
We're the co-founders of AVNI, a brand for entrepreneurs and influencers and creators today. Real quick, before we intro our guests, we're launching at the end of 2018 a collective for basically goal setting. It's called the Mindshare Collective. Check it out at avnidigital.com/mindshare. And let's jump right in right here. Our guest today was stretching athletes out doing physical therapy when he started making really entertaining videos. And I watched a couple of them. They were hilarious. And his name's Duncan. Danny, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for holding these mics, man. I feel like we're doing stand-up comedy here.
I know, I'm getting nervous now.
All right, dude, so let's start with your story. Do we start with physical therapy, or where do we start? What was the dream when you came out to... You're from Florida, right?
Yeah, I'm from Florida, so I was like working with skateboarders and stuff, and the Tampa Am kind of got my foot in the door, and then Tampa Pro, and then came to LA to like work with everyone because that's where all the pro skaters were.
What caused you to come out to LA?
This is just like the home of like, if you wanted to be a pro skateboarder.
Skateboarding.
Yeah, you go to LA, and I had that like niche where I was just working with skateboarders, was my prime focus.
So what were you doing with them? Because when the first time I ever
Sounds so
met
sketch.
you or saw you.
What were you doing with them?
Well, dude, seriously though, I remember the first time I ever saw you was at the barracks, and I'm skating. I look over, and you're in the corner with like a massage table stretching somebody out.
It wasn't the corner, dude. It was not the corner.
I swear you were by the Mountain Dew machine. By the gate, right?
Maybe.
Behind the hubba.
That's amazing.
I know. I
thought it was
like
up. I thought it was up on the thing.
And so I remember looking, I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And so he's like, oh, it's Danny. He stretches skaters.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
So I did this thing called like active isolated stretching, and basically it was like massage, but it's not massage, it's stretching. So it's like, supposed to help your like legs and everything better. And I feel like skaters are just like killing their bodies, but no one helps them. So I was like, fuck, I want to do this. And like a long time ago, I like wanted to do this and never did it. And then I saw Zion Wright's like Florida Days part, hit him up on Instagram, and then he was like, yeah, I'm down to do that. And I'd like talk to his dad and stuff. And then that's who I started working with first.
So we're like 4 stories up in downtown. You were pretty close by here at one event. Tell us about that when
right
you came
next door.
out.
Yeah, like I was out here, and like there was 6th and Mill had like Nike SB, I think it was.
Yeah, Nike used to have a private park right there, and they were having some event, right?
Yeah, and so like when I came out here, I remember I literally had $32 in like a Ziploc bag, like no joke, no like money in my bank account because it was negative. So like came out here with nothing, and I remember going there with this guy Justin Williams, and I was like waiting in his car because he was like, he knows people, and he was like trying to get me into it. And then I waited in his car for a while, and he came out with like a wristband, so he got me in, and I was like worked on like Daryl Angel, I think, or like Trevor Colden, bunch of random people. A guy from Plan B, I think his name was Ryan. Mm-hmm. And like they would, like throw me some cash.
Ryan Checkler or something.
No, not him. He was like a TM. Okay. Maybe his name's not Ryan. But yeah, so they would like throw me cash, and yeah, I would just do that.
And so you were doing stretching out. Did you ever work like for a facility, or did people like pay you private?
Yeah, I would just get tips. Like that's about it. And then I got hired by a couple people.
Okay. Was it enough to like was that going to be your path, right? You're like, dude, I'm crushing it. Like,
no, yeah, definitely wasn't crushing it.
So it was kind of a shocker then.
I worked with I had like a lot of clients in Florida. So like where I got paid, and I could survive fine in Florida. It was like really easy. Like I made good money for where I was from in Inglewood. But coming out here, obviously it was like an all new like slate of people. So I was like building that up.
You mentioned though that there was something behind it. Like you want to help athletes out. Like there's kind of some drive behind it.
Yeah, I like love sports, still love sports, and love being involved. It was cool to like help people and like be a part of like, kind of be a part of their success. If someone was to like hurt an ankle or whatever, and then you help them get back up,
Yeah,
and then
for sure.
So that I like that a lot.
Do you have a background in anything else other than skating, like football, basketball, anything like that, or is it primarily skating?
Yeah, and I just skated for fun. I wasn't like that was like but I did baseball, track, cross country, wrestled a little bit, and then got into triathlon once I graduated high school.
So you've run triathlons before also?
Yeah, that's what I used to do.
Nice, dude. Okay, so you're out here in California. So where does making videos come into play? How did this start?
Yeah, that's what I want to know too.
Chris, all right. Chris Chan like reached out to me because he was actually in college for like like human movement type stuff.
Yeah, we interviewed Chris, and he told us about that stage. He was in college and kind of figuring his thing out too.
Yeah, so he had messaged me and was like, "Yo, I like what you do. We should do a collab, like some type of like human body type thing." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm down." And he was like coming up on YouTube, like, and he was showing me like he was actually making money and stuff. And I was like, "Fuck, this is sick." And I got hired by Jason Lee. He was like doing this TV show pilot, and he wanted to gain some muscle. So like I was working with him, and he was like, "Yo, you're pretty funny. Like you should try acting out or something." And I was like, "All right." And he was like, "Yeah, you should just like get followers, like, because when you go to auditions, if you have followers, it's like way better chance."
Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Yeah, so he said that. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that for sure. So I did like the YouTube and Instagram thing, and then just started hustling that, and then.
But it couldn't have been overnight, right?
No, dude.
It took a while, yeah.
So now that we talked about it a little before the interview, but I remember when you did. So there's a video, like if you go back in your history of videos, the How to Kiss a Girl at that point, or what? I don't know if that's what it was called. It was like kissing girls for money at Venice, right?
For money.
Yeah, I don't know what it was funny though.
Chris's, it was like skate tricks for a kiss.
Skate tricks.
So if you like land the trick, then they kiss you or whatever.
Skate tricks for a kiss. That was it. And the thumbnail had like some like a plump booty, and it got like 6 million views or something.
Oh yeah.
So that was a funny one.
At that point, how many subscribers did you have? Was it small in the beginning?
Yeah, very small. Because I remember posting videos to YouTube about like 3 ways to improve like ankle strength.
Oh, that's how you launched it.
Yeah, like
That's
I had
rad,
like 2,000 followers. Like I remember doing that, and like I remember doing a collab with Chris, like a 30-minute ab workout or something, like with Chris Chan, you know, or 10 ab exercises with Chris Chan. Like we did a collab like that. That's how I started my channel.
I didn't know that. That's rad.
Wow. And so what? You were like, this isn't working, or
No,
I just
no.
want to go in a different path, or did it naturally evolve?
It was just like, cause I mean, obviously, like most people, and especially in skating, like everyone's a big fan of Jason Lee, and like he's like hilarious, and when he was like, "Yeah, I think you do well," and he's like, "You're funny," I was like, "Well, fuck, dude." It gave me just so much confidence to like go for it, you know.
Yeah.
That was when I was just like, all right, I'm gonna switch,
Okay.
because I was just like, if it worked, you know, I mean, that sounds like pretty cool.
Yeah.
So.
And so when did you step away from the stretching or training?
I was hired by him to like work with him through this period. Once that finished, I just like went for the
YouTube, just full time.
Yeah, just making videos.
Is that what it is? YouTube?
Yeah.
A creator, yeah. So basically you helped him Jason Lee gain strength or put on weight for a movie or a role, and then you were just like, I'm doing this. This is it.
Yeah, so basically that we finished, and then I think like right after that I had went back to Florida, and I was just making videos in Florida because obviously I was just living at my cousin's house, like sleeping on his couch, and like did landscaping on the side to like make a little bit of cash, and then I was just making videos like.
Dude, I love it. It reminds me of like coming up skating. Like you just do it and it's so fun.
Yeah.
And it's like at that time you're making no money, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Were you making any money from YouTube at that time?
Oh no, it was awful.
None.
Like $100 a month. Like,
But it's just so fun. You wake up, you get into it. It's like you want to do it. You meet different people. Okay, so now I'm seeing like kind of and that was around the time with where you started doing these videos with Chris Chan, right?
Yeah, and I'd go back to Florida for like 4 months, just recover, make this landscaping money, make my own videos, like slowly growing. You know, I was always growing a little bit, and then I'd come back to LA for like 4 months, couch surf, you know, sleep where I had to. Make videos, collab with him, and whatever. Make my own videos. Also, like do pranks on college campuses, and then grow. You know, get a boost, and then, dude, like when you're like having to find places to sleep, it's like the worst. Like when you don't know where you're gonna sleep,
dude.
So
yeah.
like that was what was hard. So after like so long, I would just have to go back to Florida because like I didn't want to like burn out and like just hate life so much. So I would just keep doing that cycle where it's like, yeah.
And when did you start to kind of see what was like the first? Like this actually is gonna work? I know so you had the confidence, but when did you start to kind of feel like, hey, this is like could be like something that I do?
Yeah, I think when I was getting like 100 subs a day, I knew like it was definitely gonna work. And then, but I remember getting like a check for like $2,000 a month, and then the next month was like $2,000, and I was like, holy, like dude, this is so much money. And then but then the month like ends, and I was like broken. I was like, dude, where did it all go?
That's amazing.
So where was the like tipping point back then before this algorithm changed? Like 100,000 subscribers and you're crushing 200,000 where you're making like significant money.
Yeah, no, not really. I remember Well, I remember when I hit 10K subs, Chris was like, welcome to YouTube. And then we were at like USC walking around. 100K subs, I don't even remember what I was doing. But
like basically with just just I guess flat out saying it, when did money, like when did you start making like real money?
I think when I was able to buy a car was like the first time I was finally like making money.
And
Because I had like $5,000 in cash, like, which was kind of a lot.
And was that all through ad sales?
That was through like AdSense, and then I was with Wasserman for a little bit. You know that media company? So I was with them, and he got me like we were working with like a network, so he was gonna get me a signing bonus. They were doing that whole deal, and I was gonna use that to buy a car, and then he got me a little brand deal with JBL Audio, and he's like, yo, I got you this money so you could buy a car, so we don't have to stress about this network thing. We can like take our time and get a good deal on it. And then that kind of like that moment was when I was like, fuck, because then I had like some money coming there, and then I was getting this network signing bonus, and I was like, wow. And AdSense, you know?
Yeah.
But I think when I made merch was when shit just like took off, dude.
So how big of a problem was that for like creators or influencers, right? Before you go there, how many were there out there were like, dude, I have a ton of followers. My AdSense isn't enough for me to live. Were there a lot of people out there trying to figure out how to make money on it? And was merch like the ultimate solution?
No, AdSense was good back then.
Oh,
sure.
it was?
Yeah.
So people were just crushing on AdSense.
Yeah, and I was doing fine. Like,
so merch wasn't like a solution to the algorithm changing.
No,
merch
dude,
was just
it was
on
before
top.
algorithm.
Okay.
I remember getting like 3.5 million views in a month and it making like 20 grand. And like, dude, now I make like 20 million views. I don't even make 20 grand.
Yeah.
It's just like fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember getting like 3.5 million views in a month and getting 20 grand. I was like, it was like in December, and I was like, holy fucking shit, dude. Like, this is insane.
That's the moment
like,
right there.
Dude, and it's weird because now 20 grand is like, I just made that in a fucking circle challenge, like doing nothing, dude. Like, and it's like anyone watching, dude, it doesn't matter what you make, like it'll never be enough.
Yeah.
Fucking never.
Yeah.
So, dude, tell us, I don't know if this was like long after that, but one of, I don't watch every YouTube video, like I'll catch up, but one of the videos I saw that was rad is you driving your sister's car into a lake.
Yeah.
And anybody that knows you knows the video, right? But for people that don't know you, like that was legit, right? She had no idea.
Yeah, everything on my channel is real.
So she had no idea.
Yeah.
And basically you took your sister's truck and drove it into a lake.
Yeah, so I like, dude, it was so funny because she was on my insurance. So like I had bought this car and didn't tell her and took her truck off the insurance and switched it onto the new car like the day before. And then we were surprising her the next day. So we were driving to my mom had rented a house at the time. So we were driving there to go do it. And I was like, fuck, dude, like, what if like, because the cops are coming for sure once I drive this shit into the lake, you know?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you.
I had to fucking call Geico and be like, yo, we need to insure this car real quick because I didn't want to get arrested for driving without insurance technically. Yeah. So we insured it real quick. I just did it, drove her truck into the water. She came running out. Like my cousin helped me get her outside and stuff. And then we had like parked her car, the new car, like right on the side. It was sick.
Did you get in trouble for that at all?
No, they let me go. I think because of the kind gesture I did, they were like cool about it.
Oh.
And
did they leave it in the lake?
No, that was the thing. I had to get it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you had to pay for a tow truck to pull it out.
Dude, and they couldn't get it. They couldn't find it. It was like a retention pond. Dude, it was like 30 feet deep.
No.
Yes, 30 feet deep.
Dude, it's so funny watching your sister be like, I can't remember what she said, but like, what'd you do?
Yeah, and we had to pay for the tow truck, but we had to pay for a diver to come out and go down there and hook the tow truck thing to it, and then for them to pull it out.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's so amazing.
So where do you, like, what's the process for you for creating these videos? Is it just like some random thought, or do you like spend time putting together like a concept behind them?
No, yeah, usually we just go film and improv most of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like, we should do this real quick.
And how often do you do that?
Every day, every time I film.
Do you film every day?
No, just like, I don't know, like 4 days a week.
Okay, so you're kind of fearless, dude. That's one thing.
No, he's not. He's not. He wouldn't take the elevator up here.
Nah, chill.
Seriously.
No.
The door downstairs, just to tell everybody. We go to get an elevator, and he won't get an elevator. And he's like, I'm taking the stairs. And the door was locked. And I'm like, yo, it's Mello. He was like, I'm not going, sorry. So I'm not.
The funny
like
thing is, though,
spaces.
I literally can relate to that. For me, it's like that with water.
Well, that's my.
If I don't have control, I can relate to that.
Yeah, so I'm scared of sharks, like fucking petrified. Dude, I don't go in the ocean really.
Yeah.
Like rarely. I'm fucking really scared of sharks, and I don't like small spaces really.
Yeah.
Elevators, I hate elevators.
But I was more referring to people. Were you? But now I would say you're kind of fearless with people. Were you like this? Like, did this help boost confidence, or were you always just like not afraid to talk to people?
Oh yeah, always been like the same. You know, like I'm sure you watched like CKY growing up.
Yes.
Like it's just like I always did all that stuff, same stuff.
Got you.
So like kind of like you'll see kids now like tag me and stuff where they like copy me. So it's like the same. Like I would just go out and do all the stuff CKY did in like Florida.
Love it, dude. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, how do you make? So you make good money. You don't have to talk about anything you don't want to. But how did you turn this thing into a career? So AdSense and merch, is that all you do, or what else do you do?
No, we hustle everything, man.
I think people, well, I shouldn't say this. Young people know, but like a lot of like even people my age or older don't think this is a reality to make money doing this.
There's two misconceptions we see all the time. Number one is you don't work for what you do, dude. Like, and I was gonna say this, we kind of skipped over.
But I don't in a way. Like I know I work, but it's like, dude, working at Walgreens as a cashier sucks.
It sucks so bad, and also if talking to Chris, like Chris Chan, he mapped out his channel. And one thing that he said, and you were one of these friends, he's like, I had all these friends that were like doing videos and like they just stopped. They didn't keep doing the work. So that's misconception one. Misconception two, I don't know if it's a misconception, but something that's really cool when you do see is someone like yourself that's coming up. How old are you?
26.
26. You're making smart investments, which is really cool to see. And to me, dude, it's almost like you're like the new generation of like punk rock bands. Like those guys made such psycho money, and it's like what you're doing to me reminds me a lot of like the bands when I was a kid, hearing what they would do. So anyways, back to the point. You were saying... No.
You just went on the most psycho tangent. I was wondering where you were going with it.
Well, I was just saying it's cool that he's smart with that he's doing smart things with his money, because how many people do you see like, I got money, and they spend it all, you know?
I like what Bam Margera did. I think he's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I know that guy got money. So like I'm trying to... I look at what he does.
So let's talk.
That's what we were talking about.
He has like he had the TV show. He did the merch. He did like the L Element thing, and he was like killing it. And I think he wasn't selling like more boards than like any other person
through Element at the time of the show. I don't know the numbers, but
like 13,000 a month or something.
I heard the numbers back in the day. I don't know them, but a lot.
He had his shoe like 13 or 12,000 a month.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah,
so.
I mean he had his shoe. Like I made my own sandals, like slides.
You did?
Yeah.
So is Bam a big influence for you?
Yeah, dude, he's the best. I mean, he drinks alcohol. I don't drink alcohol at all. But like, maybe if he was like sober.
Have you been sober always?
Yeah. I drank like a couple times when I was like younger, but I haven't drank since I was 15.
Okay,
that's rad.
Yeah, if he was like sober, I'd be like him, but not as ballsy. He's definitely like more badass. But
so, what was the tour about?
That's what we were talking about. The different things you do.
Yeah. So ways I make money. I did a tour, and then
I don't know anything about the tour. Tell me about the tour.
I did like 20 cities around the country. It was like 25 days, 26 days long, and then I just came up with this show because I didn't want, because people in my position, they get these followers, and dude, it's fucking whack. They just, we're having a meet us here. They come, they take their selfies with the fucking people, and then they dip it and they make money. It's stupid. I didn't want it to be like that, I guess. So I tried to come up with a way for someone to come watch this show, like have a cool experience, and then leave like, that was the fucking best night of my life, or like that was a really fun night, you know?
Yeah.
So we just like came up with this thing, and like I had like my friend Cameron, he's there, and then we had another, they're like little people. So like both of them would like, they'd have like a dance off and shit. It was pretty funny. We'd call like a mom on the stage, like dance on her and stuff. We did like, I kind of took like, they have like, like midget wrestling. So I kind of stole that in a way, and we had like this ring, and then I would like Cameron and the other guy would be like wrestling, and I would come out of nowhere with like that stone cold shit and like drop kick him. And then just a bunch of stuff. I tried to make it engaging for fans, so they'd come up and like fight against me with those like jousting things.
Yeah.
We choreographed like a 5-person dance. I do this thing like the old man haircuts, something I did when I was a kid all the time. Would give all the fans like old man haircuts, and they'd like love it.
How many people would show up to each stop?
Yeah, we sell like each venue was like 500 to like 1,200 people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was cool.
Did you have like one thing you did like Boom Boom Hug Jam, or was it like you would innovate as you went?
Yeah, I did the same like routine at each show, but we'd improv a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, gotcha.
Trying to think. Yeah, we throw out like merch. There's tons of stuff, but it was pretty cool.
So you do shows, which that is really cool, because I do see people doing like a lot of just like they'll show up and then like take pictures and leave.
Yeah,
so
it's whack.
That would be a lot more fun. Like if I went to that and saw you doing all these things, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just always don't want to be like that cringy person. Like, you know, like the Jake Paul type people. Like if a parent took their kid to that, they're just going to be like, what the fuck is this? You know?
Yeah.
Like, dude, this sucks. So I have a lot of parents coming to me after be like, that was actually pretty cool. Like, I'm a fan now, like, which is sweet. So we just try to do crazy stuff, you know, and then like everyone would be pretty stoked. So I just didn't want like even a parent to come and be like, dude, you suck. Like, so I tried to make it as the best I could.
Let's talk about your merch. So your shirt, Virginity Rocks. Where do you come up with all this stuff yourself?
I just saw it, thought it was funny, and just made it better. I popularized it, I guess.
So is Virginity Rocks the whole entire like brand, or do you have multiple?
Well, I just sell like random things.
Like, you know, like what's Chris's? What's his company or what's his merch? That
Unsatisfied.
Unsatisfied, right? So that's his merch.
Yeah.
Right. So is yours Virginity Rocks, and it's just
No, it changes, right?
No, I do tons of stuff.
Oh, it does.
I'm just Danny Duncan. Like I have Danny Duncan's signature. Like.
So you come up with ideas, and then whatever idea you come up with, you put on your merch, right?
Yeah, I just tell the graphic dude, my homie.
Just let's do a shirt with Virginity Rocks.
Yeah, or like Karen's legalize eating ass. Just I saw like Eric Andre had like legalize ranch.
Legalize
he just
eating
like
ass.
dude, he like throws like ranch dressing.
Wait,
in the
hang on,
crowd.
bro, hang on. So you have a shirt, legalize eating ass. How many shirts do you sell with legalize eating ass on it?
Oh, they sell out.
Like how many though? Like how many people buy that?
I don't know, thousands. I don't know.
Holy shit.
But like, and then I was on Snapchat, okay? Like this girl I know, I was like watching her Snapchat story, and her friend had a shirt. It just said like practice safe sex, and I was like, dude, that's fucking hilarious. But the shirt was like practice safe sex. On the back it said, so go fuck yourself or something like that. And I was like, dude, that's a good shirt. So I literally was just like, yo, mock this up. We just put practice safe sex on it, did some colorways, and I sold thousands of them. And I also try to like promote like positive things, like because a lot of kids are dumb and don't use condoms. So I like genuinely try to promote that. Like we sell condoms too, but like try to like, you do it. And yeah, I would sell thousands of condoms a month.
No way.
Yeah, like endless condoms, dude. Like but like that's the thing, dude. Kids are just, they're not informed anymore, dude. They just all want to have sex and like not wear condoms. And like, I swear, or even the Virginia Rocks. Like we like, it's like funny and stuff, but we like kind of take it serious. Like I don't make fun of Virginia in any way. Like
No, I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
at
No,
that.
no,
I'm
yeah.
not laughing. At
No,
that.
I know.
I'm laughing because I never would have thought condoms would be a part of merch.
Yeah. I just try to make anything. I know shit will sell, so I just sell whatever. Fanny packs, like anything.
Fanny packs is a rad one.
Fanny packs.
Fanny packs is a hot one.
So,
Yeah.
so how do you have a team that helps you with all this?
I have like a filmer who edits and stuff, and then I have like a graphic artist.
Okay.
And then I have like the company that does my merch. Like they help out as well.
Okay.
And then I signed with like CAA, the agency.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Right.
So we have the tour, merch, AdSense. Is there anything else? Because you're doing pretty good, man.
Circle challenges.
So, okay, tell us about the circle challenge.
It was just a challenge where you stand in a circle until everyone leaves. They ended it with 4 people, me and 3 others. So.
And how long did you stay in the circle?
It was like 32 hours almost.
He stood there for 32 hours.
With weight on.
And if you win, you get $100,000, but like there were basically 4 people staying after 32 hours, so you called it.
Yeah, so
who called it? The guy that does the video?
No, you like make it. You like do a little agreement, and they're just like, yeah, everyone gets $25K. It's a tie, and I was like, hey, I don't lose. I don't mind. I just didn't want to lose, so I was like a tie. I don't. 25 grand.
I had lunch with him last week, and he was telling me about this circle challenge. Right, I'm gonna do the circle challenge. I was like, okay, what's that mean? He's like, last one standing wins $100,000, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, so what do you do? Do you eat? Do you what? Like, where do you go to the bathroom?
Yeah,
like,
how do you do that?
I'm not gonna eat. I don't need to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, and they
No
let us go to
way.
the bathroom. They let us eat whatever.
Right?
It was pretty easy. Like it's just the weight got pretty heavy. There was like 60 pounds on you. So after like hours,
I didn't know about the weight, but when
Yeah.
he was telling me, right, he's like this, I'm gonna win. And I'm like, yeah, and he goes, no, seriously though, like no one will beat me. I will win. And he was so confident. I was like, holy shit, I bet he's gonna win.
I would have won.
And
for
then right
sure.
when I see him at the elevator right now, he's like, my lips are chapped. I did the challenge. I won.
No chapstick.
Yeah, the sun got to me.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so yeah, I make most of my money off merchandise. AdSense, kind of pays like my filmer and shit. I don't have to do any work like that. Graphic artists. So yeah, I got AdSense, brand deals. Sometimes companies will pay you like
Tell us
20.
about brand deals. Do you do those at all?
Yeah, sometimes like Audible. I like love reading books and shit.
Yeah.
So like they hit me up and they want to do a brand deal. I was like, yeah, that's good. Cause it's like super positive to tell kids to fucking read books about making money and shit. So it's like, did that. That was easy. Did another one with them. So made a bunch of money, and then just random companies, I guess.
What is the sustainability in this? Like, how long can you do this? Does anybody know yet?
I mean,
because there's no one to really gauge it off, right?
I feel like it's up to you. Like, I think most of the time people just get tired of it and want to do something else. So that's why. I think I could honestly, like, and I don't like think like this, but I know, like, realistically, if I wanted to just keep going and going, I could. Yeah, for sure.
Do you think you hit a point where you just?
I think I think I'll get over it at some point.
You know what you want to do after that? Go back into sports medicine, or?
No, definitely not. No. I don't know.
Not sure yet.
But I'm just gonna keep. I mean, dude, the merch just makes so much money, and it's like fun right now still. So it's like I'm not gonna stop doing it.
No, totally.
So, yeah, totally. But I think as long as you post good shit, then you're gonna just be fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, because why would people stop watching if you're still posting good stuff?
Yeah, no, totally. I think it's like anything. Once your content sucks, or if your product ever gets bad, that's when you lose people.
Yeah, exactly.
It stays good.
If I was to like get older and like kind of lose what people like right now, I feel like I'm very aware of like what people want to see and what people want to wear. So like I know that. So
I didn't even think about that.
So it's like once if I was to just, because there comes a point when shit is just cringy and it's not funny anymore, and you see it, like I see it, I'm like, yeah, dude, that's not funny. Like, so it's like,
are there older people doing it that are like,
or just people that were doing YouTube that are kind of like, they're just older?
Dude, it's like skating. It's like all of it. It's like whenever you're doing something that's like connected with the youth, you eventually become not the youth, right? It's like I went through it with skating. Like you get to a point where you don't know what the kids want.
But it's like Dan Bilzerian is like older, but he kills it because he knows, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you just still
and it's like, also, I think a lot of it too is that just it's staying in touch with people who are watching, but they're like CKY, like the funny stuff you're doing, it never really gets old as long as you're doing stuff that's funny. Yeah. Which is kind of like athletics. There's a major like 30 to 35 year, like when you hit that age, it's hard to keep going. You could keep, if you wanted to. Yeah. You could keep doing funny shit for the rest of your life. And if it's funny, your audience will probably stay loyal to you, even if there's some new platform they watch you on, which I think that's the cool part about it. Like athletics, you kind of like, to me, the worst career you could ever have. I love watching MMA and boxing, but it's the worst one. Yeah. One fight, you're out, you know?
Yeah, they get their head beat in.
And then it's like your whole reputation it's like, if you keep doing funny stuff, I think people will keep watching, which is
I think that's approach. The whole image thing too is like important. If your image kind of falls off in some way. So like right now, you know, obviously like I'm doing fine. Everyone thinks I'm the shit or whatever. Or like it's like Bam Margera. He does all that crazy or did all that crazy stuff. It's like people respect that because he's fucking crazy. Yeah. Like if the stuff wasn't crazy or wasn't actually hard to do, it's like people wouldn't really respect it, I think. But it was so gnarly that everyone is gonna respect it. Like
for sure, dude. And like sucks. I would love to watch a Bam and like a Johnny Knoxville movie right now. Like if they're funny, I'll watch it. You know? Like, and it's been, I don't know, what, 25, 30 years since they started doing it? Not that long. But
no, it hasn't been that long.
Well, Bam started when he was like 15. I went to the CKY, the first video ever. It was at the ASR trade show, and there was like 10 people there. Huh. That was...
and he started like all of it, right? The CKY, which
was the land speed video, wasn't it?
Other thing, and then made Jackass. Big Brother magazine.
Yeah, the first one ever was CKY. I think that, and then it was CKY2K, and that came out around 2000. Yeah. So I think it would have been like 99 or 2000 when he put that out. So
good days.
18 years. Okay, so you talk publicly about how much money you make.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna ask you. Tell us.
I
straight up like, well, I'll say why. When we interviewed Chris Chan, we were like, you can make a living. How do you make a living? We were like interested in people who were like, you guys just care about money. It's like, no, we're stoked you're like doing good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't care. Like, I mean, what are they going to fucking rob my money? FDIC insured, bitch. Doesn't matter. No, like, or I have it in stocks or whatever, you know, real estate. So, I mean, it doesn't matter.
So you're doing really good.
Yeah, like I'll probably make like $3 million this year or so.
That's a good living, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So what are you doing with this money? I know you do a lot with it. Bought a house, bought another house, or you're about to look at a property and buying and developing on it.
Where'd you buy houses at?
I bought it in my hometown because, like, you know how this shit could come to an end. I was like getting paranoid, so I was like, I just got a house, paid it off, and like in case something happens, I can go live there and not have to worry about anything, and people can talk shit.
So 2 houses in Florida?
Yeah, well, my neighbor's house was for sale. It's like 5-acre lots, and that was for sale for like $550. I was like, fuck, dude, if someone buys this house, I'm gonna be pissed. So I got it I did my tour and then just put like $200 down on it. It was
got you.
I got it to 500. So how about that?
So what else? You bought the houses. What are you doing with your money? Mikey's going somewhere.
I bought a shit ton of Amazon stock
Nice.
at like $750 a share. So
Awesome.
that helps.
What's it at right now?
I think like 1680. It was at 2000. Shit dipped.
Really? Do you follow the stock market a lot?
Yeah.
Daily?
Yeah, just like those ones. Like, I like Tesla too because it always fluctuates.
I love Tesla, but I'm terrified of it at the same time.
Jeff Bezos said that he's like, one day Amazon will be bankrupt. Said something like that. But they say it's like common for like companies.
Wait.
Wait, he said one day Amazon or one day Tesla?
Amazon. He was just like, someone was like, because they always say Amazon's like unstoppable and stuff. He's like, no, I truly believe one day Amazon will be bankrupt or out of business or something like that. I was like, what the fuck?
Dip.
Like, dude, shut the fuck up.
That's amazing.
So you made a point. I actually been thinking about this the whole time. You said it right in the beginning. You made a point that it's never enough. When you start making money, it's never enough.
Yeah, it never will be. It's just like a game. It's like progress is what I think people chase.
Yeah, I think you're right. But do you have a number? Is there a goal you're trying to get to? Or is it just strictly
I just want like hundreds of millions, yeah.
Hundreds of millions?
Yeah.
Is that the number, 200?
I mean, I want $1 billion, but like.
Okay.
Dude, I feel like when you're going, there's so much to stem off what you're doing. Like when you're doing funny shit, there's so many different ways you can go. So you're doing good. Even though it's not like 200 million right now, you're doing good. One thing I want to talk about, or do you want to say anything else on that before I move on? One thing I want to talk about is for people looking to grow their channels, for like kids getting started, how did you grow your channels? What were things that you did and didn't do to work, that did and did not work?
Like advice for kids who are watching that want to.
Or just how you did it. Just what you did, because obviously you did.
I just feel like for me it's
right?
like different. Not really, dude. I kind of did it all on my own. Like Chris was helping me in the beginning, and then but you got to keep building it. I just built it myself. I didn't really do collabs at all. Like I never collabed.
So what do you think a good thing for like
interesting?
I
didn't
genuinely
know that.
think though, like in no cocky way in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just made to do this because it's like I can play any sport, like football, like at a high level too. Because like most people can't skate, you know.
Yes.
Like I can do like, you know what I mean, tray flips and like 180 switch manuals and go down sets, like. But I fucking suck at skating. But I can do like everything, like triathlons and like one-handed catches and like fucking drop bombs in the baseball field, like any sport, or like super high pain tolerance. So it's like I can do all these all of this stuff. So it's like really easy for me to make content, and people find me funny, and I can go up to every single person and talk shit. Mm-hmm. And then like I could fight fine if I needed to fight, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it was just like super easy. Like, I'd already been doing all this shit in my life.
So it was less about like strategies for you. There wasn't like these like hacks. You were just creating content that people liked.
Chris Chan always says it too, like post good content, and that it's fucking that simple. It's like, dude, if you want to make money, fucking learn how to make money and make money. If you like, you know what I mean? It's like super basic. If you want to get fast at running, go fucking run.
So what you're saying is if you want to create good content, create good content.
Exactly, like fucking create good content.
Like the Bruce Lee, if you want to get good at kick.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. And too many people, or it's like investing. If you want to invest and fucking get started, like too many people don't get started or don't do anything. They just fucking sit and talk shit. Like,
I mean, I think that's good advice.
I do too.
Yeah. Create good content. I mean, that's
like I came to LA. I fucking then someone was like, do YouTube, so I fucking did YouTube, and then so it's like that simple.
And I mean, dude, like there's a lot of like skill versus talent, but I mean, you obviously couch surfed and like put in a lot of work to do.
Oh yeah. I didn't have a bedroom, dude, for like since I was 16 until I was like 24. So it was like 8 years, without even a bed, which was pretty shitty. So it's like, but I mean, there's people worse than that, that fucking come up.
Yeah.
That don't even have any family. Like I at least had family, I could go eat meals at their house. Like there's people that don't have shit that still succeed. So it's like, and people make excuses for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, you definitely like were putting in the work when you weren't making money, couch surfing, and obviously it paid off.
What does your mom think of all this?
I don't know. We just got a shit ton of animals now.
But does she trip on this? Does she trip on this? Like,
she has to, dude. Because like I have like the BMW i8 and shit, like the Tesla. I have like 10 acres with like 3 houses on it. We got my goats just had babies today. Like, dude, we have 6 goats, a mini horse, fucking 2 pigs. Like dude, it's unreal. A fucking farm. But yeah, that was a big thing too. Was like I grew up on like my grandpa had this private road. It was like a dirt road, and there was like you had like land. Like
Yeah.
each house had land, and my mom lost a house. So that was like my whole motive. Was
Got
just
you.
to make money to buy
Yeah.
buy that fucking house back, and the guy wouldn't sell me the house back.
He said no?
No, so it was like an acre and a third. So and that was the house I grew up in. So I was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna buy a bigger house then. So I went and bought 5-acre lot with like, you know, for like 400 grand was like the house. So that was pretty cool.
Tell us about the funny videos you make. Like I talked about the truck one. What was one of the craziest ones you've made? Just give us one.
I used to like going to the college campuses a lot and just like fucking with people. Well, no one likes to bully, you know? Like if you're a bully, you're an asshole. So like for me, I could go to college campuses and like make fun of frat guys because everyone like hates on them. So it was like a way for me to bully people without anyone talking shit, and everyone loved it.
Have you ever gotten a legit fight doing prank videos?
Nah, no.
Never.
I'm waiting. We have the camera. Well, people like always talk shit like, because we have like a $40,000 camera now. So when we walk around, people are like, yo, how much is that camera? So we're just waiting right now to like, for someone to do that. And
Dude, every time I watch prank videos, I'm like, how do you not get in fights? Like, it's so funny.
When you do prank videos, the camera guy's right there with you?
No,
or they're hiding?
They're like hiding.
They're
kinda
hiding.
far
So
away.
how many times now, like, do you go and do a prank on somebody and the first thing they do is start looking for the camera? Does that happen a lot?
Well, I rarely do pranks anymore. I just did one at UCLA though. It was pretty fun.
Oh, you don't do them that much?
Just vlogs, I guess. Like
Okay.
my day kind of.
Like the last one that we watched at was
The
like
medieval fair.
Yeah.
That shit's funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Well, yeah, watch my UCLA one, like the security guard prank at UCLA. I
Okay.
just did on like a scooter.
Okay.
It's good.
All right, so spoil the medieval video. What someone tried to steal your safe? I'm gonna watch it anyways.
Yeah. So my friend's like ex-girlfriend was like there with him. I was in Florida for like a few months, and like she like in the middle of the night tried like stealing my safe. I have like a safe there, but it doesn't even have fucking money in it. I lost the key, but I just like put it there like as a joke.
Wait, she for real tried to steal it?
Yeah, like put it on a towel, pulled it out the apartment, put it on my back porch. She had her friend in the car waiting.
Yeah, right.
I swear, watch it.
But did you film it?
No, I was in Florida. Okay, so basically the reason why it's in the video is because I was pissed because none of my friends told me. They just like hid it from me. So like I hate fucking liars like more than anything.
Yeah.
So like when someone lies to me or like betrays my trust, it's like game over. Like fucking hate you.
Yeah.
So like I was pissed. I started calling everyone. I was like, yo, what the fuck? So I called like all these people, and then I ended up getting in touch with the girl who stole the safe, and like I talked to her on the phone and shit. It's pretty good. And I'm like,
In the video.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's
okay.
funny.
What's next for you? What's 19 look
Yeah,
like?
let's talk about that.
19. Well, I'm gonna milk this tour shit.
Oh, you're gonna have another tour?
Yeah, so I'll just hit different cities with the same show.
Oh, sick.
The kids who missed out.
Is it just you, or is anyone else on the
No.
tour?
Yeah, me,
Can't-
Cameron, this kid Keywan. Actually, do you know Omar? He used to work at Diamond Supply Co.
I don't.
Well, him. He's like my DJ. He's cool.
Okay.
And then like my filmer comes with, but it's like 4 of us on stage.
How many a year are you gonna do?
I think this next one I'm doing like 25, and then so I filmed. So on my last tour, we bought like a camera and shit, the red Gemini, and like
That's what you do your videos with? Is a red now?
Yeah, now, yeah.
Damn.
But we documented the whole tour, and then I'm documenting the next one in March or April, whenever it is, and then we're putting those two together into like a documentary, like for Netflix, and then
Okay.
So that should go on Netflix hopefully like May 2020, and then that will promote like a bigger tour I'll do in like 2020 of summer. That's
Gotcha.
the plan at least.
Oh, that's awesome.
They may be like fuck you, but
Yeah.
CAA seems pretty
Nah,
confident.
man, there's so
No,
many
I think that'd be
places you could go with
sick. I
it.
think they'll be
Yeah.
good.
So
Yeah.
many places you could go with it. All right, dude. Well, that's all. Those were the main things. So, before we move on, is there anything else as far as strategy? If you want to create good content, create good content. What about like people that you worked with coming up? Like, we talked about Chris Chan. Is there anyone else like that?
Oh yeah, with pranks I worked with Andrew Hales.
Okay.
So I would definitely credit like Chris and him. They were probably the only few that really helped me.
Okay.
I guess gaining followers. Those two, and then WorldStar would post me up on Instagram and stuff.
World Star posted you?
Yeah, they like reached out to me. This dude Jason who works for them, he's like, dude, you're fucking hilarious. Like, let me help you like get bigger. So he's like, just send me any good videos you have, or I'll find them and I'll post them. So I think those people, I guess, are about it.
Dude, that's rad.
But I don't really like collabs. I like the natural, just like grow organically. Like,
Yeah.
But that's me. And I've heard Casey Neistat say like quantity over quality, but I think that's bullshit.
Interesting, dude. Tell us something that, as far as Danny Duncan the person.
Shit, I don't know. I just try to do my best, I guess.
Okay.
Try to be
Okay.
funny. Don't lie. Make everything real. Do crazy shit.
Nice, dude.
Make a lot of money. I kind of like the whole like doing all the crazy stuff where people's like he's a fucking idiot, but then like like investing and like doing all that shit right.
Yeah.
but a lot of people don't even fucking have a clue, but they just, like when I would drive my Honda Fit with like the bullhorns and shit, it'd be funny like when we leave and people, you know, because everyone judges you, or like if we're filming and they're like, those kids are fucking losers, and we get into this shitty car and drive off, but really I have like millions of dollars, you know?
Yeah.
Like I love that
Yeah.
like whole thing, and yeah, it's just funny. I like that. Like,
Dude, yeah, there's a total side of you that I had no idea about, because all I've seen is like the pranks, right? That's all I've seen. But it's rad that you basically started off in athletics and you're like basically trying to help people come up. That was like your whole drive, was helping people come up. Yeah. Which I thought was rad. I never knew that about you. I think there's so much that you can do with what you have. It's sick, man. So congrats.
Thank you.
You're killing it.
Where can, for everybody that doesn't know, where can everybody find you? What's the best way to find you?
At Danny Duncan 69. It's like all my ats.
Oh, they are?
Okay.
Yeah. Like
I didn't know that.
Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay, sick.
YouTube.
All right, dude. Well, hey, Danny came out today and he took time out of his day, and Cameron, they came out here to our little agency loft / space. So we appreciate you doing it, man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.